Now, before I get into the wealth building, personal finance, it's basically just money. I want to walk through an example over here of somebody that's working hard. So somebody that's working hard, we have Sam right here. And yeah, he is wanting to get better at the sport of tennis. Now, in this category, just so we can kind of monitor Sam and his hard work, we have the category of hard work itself, and this is on a scale of 1 to 10. And in fact, Sam is at a 10. Tennis, he really wants to do it. He wants to make it happen. He's all about practicing and working hard improve at tennis. So the end game here is tennis, and he is working very hard at it. But what I want to focus on in the sequence here is this part right here. The actual essential kind of how he's going about it, what he's doing. Or another way to look at that, and yes, I realize I'm jumping colors all over the place, but how is he managing the hard work? How is he controlling it? How is he going about it? Any of those variations. And as far as that is all concerned, so this part of managing, Sam's been working really hard to learn tennis. He's working hard. He's got his racket here, and he's at a 10. He is at a 10, and it's kind of hard to serve, and it's kind of hard to hit the ball, but he's working hard. He's working hard, and there's the backhand is kind of a little rough with this racket here, but he's working very, very hard. Now, of course, you see the problem here, right? Okay, that's great that Sam's working hard, but he's working hard to learn and to be better at tennis, but he's using a hockey stick. Now, that was my kid's hockey stick, but you get the point. He's working hard, but in a very dumb way. He is not actually managing his hard work very well at all. That's great. He's working hard. He's putting in maximum effort. But if your management of maximum effort, if your management of just hard work is not where it needs to be, then you're going to be just not getting to where you need to be. Your wheels are going to be spinning in the mud, and sometimes you're actually going to be working backwards. In this case, Sam's pretty much working backwards because he's not getting he's not going to get to where he gets or wants to go when he were to show up for, let's just say, a tennis match. Another person's got, an actual racket, and he's sitting there with things are just not going to turn out well for Sam. And the same exact is true for finances. You could be at a 10. You really could. You are working 60 hours a week. You have your full-time job, then you got a couple of part-time jobs, and nobody can accuse you of being a lazy bum because you are out there making it happen when it comes to money. So remember, that's the end goal, but we have to ask yourself, well, what's going on with this part of it? How is the managing of all this hard work actually going? And this is where a lot of people get into trouble. They're out there working hard, but because they have very bad managing, they don't really have any sort of system or strategy in place, it's still paycheck to paycheck. Where did all my money go? I'm working 60 hours a week. I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm doing that other thing. But how am I still living paycheck to paycheck? How are these bills still adding? How are these bills not getting paid? It's mass chaos, even though they are working hard. And this happens all the time. Sure, in some situations, it is a matter of just people are lazy. People want handouts. People feel entitled. But in many cases, people don't want any of that. They're hard workers. They go to work. They have extra jobs, and they're just hustling. But yet they're still paycheck to paycheck. They're still kind of confused at the end of what exactly is going on. So my point, just because you're working hard, you need to have a system. You need to have a strategy in place to make sure that your hard work is as efficient as possible. So yeah, hard work is totally overrated because hard work combined with a lack of system, a lack of managing, a lack of control, you're not going to get anywhere. You're literally going to just sit there with your wheels spinning in the mud. And in some cases, maybe you even still go backwards with what your goals are. So you got to get a management and a structural system in place. I do offer the slab money method, which is how I go about, making sure my hard work is efficient. And, in my case, it's the exact strategy and system I used to pay off $163,000 in debt at its peak. And now it's a system that I use to just keep my hard work as efficient as possible. To make sure that if I'm practicing for tennis, I'm practicing with a tennis racket. And that's what the course is all about. I'll put a link down below. But if you don't want it, that's totally cool too. But just realize that if you're sitting there saying, what exactly is going on? What's going on is your managing is not where it should be. You don't have a true strategy. You don't have a framework. You don't have a method of how you should be handling your money and what you should be, doing with it as it's coming in. It's a very common problem. It's not like you're some sort of freak of nature, but yeah, that's what's going in. So if you want to, consider my course, I'm very confident it works for you. I realize those are just words, but there's a reason why it comes with a 1-year money back guarantee. 1 year. So I'm very confident if you do the method, if you do the management that I'm talking about within the course, then yeah, you're going to see that your personal finances, you're going to see that your hard work becomes very, very efficient. Thanks for watching the video. If you are interested in the top 10 links that I use on a daily basis to manage, to control, and to build my finances and to make them efficient as possible, then down below in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube, description, if you're watching this on moneywithclay.com, then just down below the video, you can click on the link and that'll take you to these links that I use on a daily basis that really allow me to work smarter and not harder.